Do you ever be watching TV and you're like, all the time, and you're like, what would I do in that situation? And then you like run through it in your head and you quickly realise that you don't even like your own personality.
No, I'm great at disassociating now. I don't really put myself into... Give me context, like what you're talking about.
Like, I can't remember what it was, but there was something I was watching and I was like, what would I do in this situation? I was like, I do this, this and this. And then I was like, oh my God, you're the worst.
No. Right, yeah.
I was like, you're the worst.
What was it?
I think it was some kind of dating show or something. I was like, I would just play the two of them off each other quickly, quick, sharp. I do X, Y, and Z. I do this, and this, and fucking see how they like it. And I was like, you are
what a fucking asshole.
Like,
Hello, and you are very welcome along to the Unpopular Opinion podcast. My name is Jen.
And I'm Carla, and I'm my own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and I am tired and hungover.
Oh, fuck. How are you hungover? You went to Wonderlights.
Yeah, but then my friends came over afterwards.
Oh, I was going to say, you weren't fucking on the bear like in
No, I wasn't floating around Malahide Castle.
I was like, that is not like a session.
No,
you know?
No. Wonderlights was fucking deadly.
Was it?
It was so good.
We need to get a jingle that's like, Carla's excursions.
Yeah. What did you do randomly this week?
Viking Splash was the last time.
Yeah. But no, Wonderlights was so good.
Yeah.
Like, it was great because we were with kids. And it's really
nice
if you've kids in it. But Ray was, oh my God,
Ray
is like, yeah,
I know. I can't believe Ray was at Wonderlight.
And this is fantastic.
He just,
God, look at that.
He has such an appreciation for like everything, anything and everything.
He just thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I went to Wildlights in the zoo last year. We did it for Bobby's birthday.
Better than the zoo, gang.
Is it?
Because it's a bigger walk,
right? Oh no! Now I will. The zoo
Smalley's fine. With Smalley's is fine. Yeah, but it's like a more interesting walk.
Is it right?
Or is it because like I just feel like everybody knows Dublin Zoo like the back of their hands?
Yeah.
Do you know what I can't, because I've been to Wildlights. It's grand.
Yeah.
But this, I was like, I like this. Do you know?
Has anybody ever gone to Wildlights? Has anybody ever gone to the zoo during the day while Wildlights is set up? Does it look shy? I'd say it looks shy. Do you know? Because there are all these like lantern things that wouldn't be... Well, maybe they are turned on during the day. You couldn't be doing it now with the fucking price of electricity.
I know, and that was another thing. I was like, Jesus, aren't you very lucky that you can run this?
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Yeah, I know. What's happening with the Christmas lights this year?
No, it's going on.
Is it?
Yeah,
they're going to have them timed, are they?
I don't know about that. I just know that there is going to be a thing where they turn them on because it's crossy and then you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, well, it's actually kids from a hospital. There's Tom. There's Pippin!
In her winter jacket.
Fuck off. Look at her.
I know. She got another.
Such a scrawny little bitch.
Isn't she? She's just so... I'm not going to call her ugly, but she's not like...
She is ugly though. No, but that's... I've
She's not ugly, but she's like... She's not good looking.
I've no qualms about calling dogs ugly. Ugly dogs are the best. They're the best type of dogs.
She's just...
Because they've faces only mothers could love, and I fucking love her.
I just love her little snout.
Yeah.
It's the size of a
She has little sweaty armpits as well.
She's little sweaty armpits and we're obsessed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she has to, because she's so tiny and so frail, she has to wear a gown.
And she's an American diva.
Yeah, she's an American diva. She's Mariah Carey. She's a diva. No, so she has to wear a gown. So we got her little pullover, a little Christmas pullover.
Stop it.
And today was so we were like, the festive season has officially started, and she had it off within 10 minutes. I was like, oh, it's over.
She did, yeah. Pippin is a chihuahua.
No, she's not. She's a miniature pincer.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't look like one.
She looks like a chihuahua.
She does. Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
She looks like a chihuahua. So she do. She looks like
one of them words that I hate saying. Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
See, this is what I mean. I'm scarlet saying chihuahua. It's like when you say croissant. I fucking hate it.
So you'd rather say it wrong?
Yeah, because it's
Wow.
more in line with my personality.
True, no, that's fair.
You know?
That's fair. I can accept that. I can accept that from you.
Right, so you weren't drinking at Wonderlight, but you drank when you came home.
Yeah, my friend got engaged and he came over and we had a little bit of a few drinks and a few jokes, if you will, and we had a brilliant time. He doesn't live in Ireland, so I have to
Is this the Swedish one? Okay, yeah, cool.
He's not Swedish, but he lives in Sweden.
Paul, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations on the engagement, Paul.
Congratulations, you guys. But,
and then you had a tradesman here today. How did that go?
Oh my God. Yeah, so I just got a text while I was
You fucking...
It's
been a while since I got a fright. It used to be Disco Cat that gave me the frights when we were in Ray's
Gaff. What gave you a fright now?
The wire off the headphone started rubbing my arm. I don't know what it was. It's all twisted up.
Oh my God, that was... Anyway.
Freaked.
Back to my tradesman.
Yeah, sorry, you had a plumber.
So I got a text while I was at Wildlights and they were like, yeah, we're going to come around and we're going to have a look at your dishwasher. What is a dishwasher? It is a plumber. Yeah.
I mean, there's electrics involved, but I think plumbers generally service the...
It's a tradesman.
He's
a tradesman.
The dishwasher man.
He's a tradesman. Mm-hmm. So we went and we did... Sorry, anyway, he texted me being like, I'll be around tomorrow. Stunning. Perfect. So he rocks up today and I'm on a call and I'm like, Tom, can you grab that? So he comes in, doesn't really say anything. It's just like, hi. And then comes in and is like, hi. I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm Carla. I was here, you're texting. He was like, okay.
Right.
And then just like, it's like, where is it? And I was like, oh, it's that one there. Because they're built-in units, so it's not obvious. And I was like, oh, it's that one there. And he was like, okay. And then he just didn't speak again.
Okay.
And it was so silent. There was 3 of us in the room. No one speaking.
Yeah.
And just really quiet. And just really awkward. Because I was also working.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I have to hop on a call, this is going to become even more insane.
I feel like that's the opposite of insane. I would nearly fucking prefer that they don't talk to me. I don't like having to make small talk.
No, it's not the small talk. It's just how quiet it was.
Right, it was eerie kind of. Did you not even have a telly on?
No.
See, this is... Yous are weirdos. This is the thing. Yous don't have the telly on during the day. Even if I'm not watching
I have the telly on at night.
Yeah, yous never have the telly on. Like when that telly is on when I come in here, I'm just like, whoa, weird. I always have the telly on for a bit of company. It doesn't matter whether I'm watching it or not, which is probably isn't like great for the fucking... I don't know how bad that is for the environment or like electricity bills and
stuff. Do you not like quiet?
No, I prefer to... If I'm in the house alone, I have to have the telly on just for a bit of company. Do you know?
That's weird.
That would have saved you today, don't know.
No, because it was just... I can't put my finger on it. It was just how soft he was like looking at it too.
Right. Oh, see, he wasn't banging around the kitchen either.
Yeah. It was just so quiet. And I was like...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Typing away, you know? Like...
Yeah. I mean, I suppose he's coming to fix the dishwasher. I don't really know.
And he did a few things and he went, okay. There's a part that's triggering the flood reaction.
Okay.
And that's the issue. I'll have to see if they still make those parts. I'll be in touch.
I feel like that's fairly to the point now. I don't really...
I can't explain how fucking weird it was. Okay. It was so silent.
It was a vibe, right? You had to be there, probably.
But I put it up on the Instagram because I was just so awkward. I was like, better post it on Instagram. Doesn't make it really awkward. The amount of people. So I'm going to go through some of the messages because some of you... you get it. So someone said, once had a fella fixing the windows who literally refused to acknowledge us, not one word. Then he was leaving and he spotted the cat and he said, hello, cat.
Oh my God. That was his way of saying, I fucking hate humans.
Someone else said, I had a Sky repair guy in before who kept referencing, so when do you need to leave for work? What time you heading off then? Me and my anxiety felt maybe overly suspicious. So I said, oh, I'm actually going to see if I can work from home for the rest of the day. When he left, I checked the downstairs windows and he'd unlocked and left the downstairs bathroom one wide open.
Oh.
She goes, maybe he just had a smelly shite, but I was freaked out.
Yeah, I'd be as well. I'd find that sus.
That's so suspect.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
That's really weird. I've never heard of like a tradesperson robbing someone though. Like robbing a gaff, maybe I'm wrong. I've never heard of it.
I would imagine it's more like if it has happened, it's probably somebody who was impersonating a tradesperson. Everybody trusts somebody in high vis.
Sorry, yeah.
You trust somebody in high vis, you would. Sorry, she said sky repair fella.
Sky repair, yeah.
So what the fuck is he doing with the windows?
Oh my God, yeah, she did.
Because it was the person before her that said it was
sky
windows.
Guy in, yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, sorry, no, he was up to no good.
He was definitely up to no good.
He was up to no good.
They have great working conditions, them sky repair fellas.
What do you mean?
Because Adam was, it was kind of around the time of, was it recession? We were kind of at the tail end of the recession, but somebody that I worked with at the time, her husband was like the supervisor of the Sky drivers. Octavo, is it? That group. Some of them have Sky vans and some of them are Octavo. Anyway, he was like, oh, we're looking for our new drivers. All you really need is a license. We do all the training. Like, it was like fucking over 35 grand a year, I think.
Yeah.
And they provide you with the van. Now, you could be, I think, in terms of like where you could be, because somebody that I know did end up taking up that job, through me, but it was like, he was, because he was new, he was getting like lamped with going to Leitrim at fucking 7 o'clock on a Friday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think in terms of that, it was a bit shit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was like actually a really nice package if you were looking for a job that you didn't really need to be like have a fucking master's for. Do you know what I mean?
Mad.
Yeah. There you go now.
There you go. There you go.
And it gets you access to boards at home and you can just open the fucking windows if you want.
And fucking fleece the gaff. Fucking fleece the gaff. Do what you want.
Yeah. You've got access to houses there.
It's to say. Bit weird.
There you go now.
Someone else.
Hashtag job fairy.
Jen's jobs.
Yeah. Do a new segment. Oh, I'm full of ideas tonight.
Jen's like, so what we're going to do is every single week we're going to find a job.
Jobs. Jen the job fairy.
There you go. So I said I had to get a boiler repaired recently and I showed him where it was and all he said was, will you be hanging around the whole time?
See, now, you see, that's straight to the point as well, I think. Do you know?
I was like, I'll be in the other room. You'd be so awkward.
Yeah. I know, but like that, at the same time, it's like straight to the point, just doesn't fucking want to talk to anyone, like.
I hate talking to people, right?
Yeah, same.
But there's a difference between...
two of them that have a podcast. Anyway, go on.
Look, I gotta get it out somehow. I gotta vent to someone. It might as well be all of you.
Yeah.
But it was not a normal. I think I'm also really awkward when Tom's here too.
Right, okay.
It's like there's two of us in the room.
Yeah.
And this man. So maybe I should have been like, Tom, will you fuck off? But then I didn't want to have to deal with him either.
On your own, yeah.
I hate dealing with any of that.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. I'm like, something's wrong, will he fix it? And he, like in all fairness, he will generally do it all. But I just like, I hate having to be the person to try and like call. But also we know that like my landlord just hates women, so.
Oh, is your landlord a man?
No.
Oh.
She will not, like, she'll CC me out of emails and wants to CC me back in.
Fuck off.
Yeah, did I not tell you about the time that the listener, like one of our listeners wrote to me being like, I, by any chance, is your landlord ex? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, be careful. Oh, she caused massive ructions between me and my partner. We ended up splitting up. And I was like, what the fuck? And she ended up, anyway, I can't remember the ins and outs of the story, but essentially, there was a couple of issues in the place that they were renting.
So the landlord must own a few places.
She does, yeah, right. She does. She owns a lot around the complex anyway.
Okay.
So I can't remember, and I'm so sorry if you're listening still. I can't remember the ins and outs, but this was essentially the gist. So there was a couple of issues with the gaff.
Yeah. The
fella was taking care of them with the landlord. Mm-hmm. The landlord then, because I think I can't remember the situation, but the girl that I was talking to was at home a lot.
Yeah.
And they ended up kind of like not becoming pally, but like having chats and like kind of like getting deeper than like surface level. And then through that, the landlord just kind of like tried to like ice the girlfriend out and then get real close to the blow.
Stop.
But like not in a sexy way, just in a fucking weird way.
A misogynistic way.
Just in a really weird. I remember being
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember she was like, just be really careful. And I was like, this is mad. But in all fairness, and I didn't even realise. Tom was like, you do realise she CCs you out of everything. That's why you don't know when any of this stuff is going on.
Oh my God. So
Yeah.
Tom's even noticed it.
And I was like, oh, I didn't actually even realise. So he'll CC me back in, and I'm like, I particularly don't care. Just figure it out. Like, the shower broke, fix it. I don't care who talks to her. But like, I'll email her, and she'll email Tom back.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you know what you should do? If the next time something happens, just email her direct. Don't CC Tom in. See what
No,
she
I don't. I didn't.
Oh, stop it. So she went out of her way to find Tom's email address.
She'd be
to,
like,
take you
yeah.
out
So
and
she'd be
reply
like,
to
hi,
him.
Tom. Carla told me X, Y, and Z. It's really weird. But I'm also like, what?
You don't
It's
really
just-
care. That's just weird
care.
behaviour. Like,
Yeah, I'm just like, behaviour. I don't really give a shit. Like, it's not that big a deal. But it's just weird behaviour.
fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's just really, or like she'd be real scowly to me. Do you remember that one time with the fucking door and all that other kind of shit? And we got locked out, and she was such an arsehole to me. And I posted it on
Yeah.
blanked out her name.
Was it close friends?
No,
Oh, all right. Okay.
put that shit public. I put her fucking reply public. She did
Yeah.
not deserve
Anonymity.
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 I got rid of her name.
Yeah.
Obviously, because there's fucking freaks out there who would probably like sniff me down for some reason. But I put it out there, and that's when I got contacted, and they were like, "Per chance, is this X?" And I was like, "Yes, it is." And she was like, "Be fucking careful."
Oh my God.
And a couple of other people who had been landlorded, what do you call
Yeah.
it? Anyway,
That's a good word. Yeah.
landlorded by this
Landlorded.
person were like, "Oh, she's an absolute weapon."
Oh my God.
And I was like, gas, because I've not really I'd had no dealings. Or previous to this, we'd had very minimal dealings.
Yeah.
Other than the hullabaloo when we were trying to fucking move in with the tables and the chairs. Do you remember that shit show?
No.
With the tables and the chairs.
No.
Where they were like refusing to let us move in unless we took all the furniture. And I was like, I don't want, because you know the way that like the floor plan is here. I was like, I don't want a fucking 8-seater table bang in the middle of this space. And that's what was supposed to be right here where we are.
Fuck.
So we had to store it.
Stop it.
Yeah, so we still have it in storage.
You're paying for a storage unit.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get you. I know where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That is just awkward.
Yeah.
I don't. I suppose. No.
And I was like, and I was like, do I have permission to store it?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, well, as long as it's not damaged. I was like, this fucking table that's a million years out. And that was another thing. It was like the most these are the original chairs from it, and they're so uncomfortable, and they're definitely very old.
They work hard.
Yeah, they're rock hard. And like the table was, again, not exactly a fucking gorge table.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, could it have been of sentimental value? But I mean, it's in a tenant's, so no, you wouldn't leave something of sentimental value.
That's what I mean. They were so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so weird about a few things.
I suppose it depends on the contract, but I don't want to stick up for her either. She just seems odd.
Yeah, but sorry, the thing is, the table wasn't here when we viewed the place.
Oh, fuck, so she put it in.
She put it in.
Right.
And they were like, there's a table that we can pop in. I remember being like, no, it's grand. We probably won't use it.
Yeah.
And then I arrived and the table was here, and I was like, get that fucking thing out of here. And they
Yeah.
were like, no, sorry, can't. No, sorry. Like, and they were generally like, well, are you going to take the apartment? And I was like, what do you mean? Not with that fucking table. And they were like, well, then we're willing to walk away.
Oh, wow.
And I remember at the time just being like, oh my God.
That's very weird.
In the middle of the pandemic, I am genuinely having a conversation with you guys about a shite table that you just, but that's what I mean. And they were like, no, we've nowhere to put it. And I was like, well, it was somewhere when I came viewing.
Yeah.
So you knew what you were at when you just plonked a table in.
Yeah.
Do you know? It wasn't here when I was viewing, so it was able to disappear then. Why has it appeared now? And now you're telling me you've nowhere to put it. That's what I mean. Really strange things. Really weird behaviour.
I would actually love, will you send us DMs of your landlord stories?
Yeah, that would be great because, yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like that very much.
Oh,
Any other stories about
loads of different
tradespeople?
fucking stories. Anyway, sorry. So that was just one thing. That was just one thing. So someone said, currently I have 2 lads changing my front door this minute. Don't know if I can leave and go for a coffee because when I come back, I might not be able to get in as there'll be new locks. And I don't want to go up to them while they're using drills in case I frighten them and then they hurt themselves. So I'm just kind of lulling around because I've cleaned where I can and I can't get to my desktop to do any college work. So I'm just essentially just like here.
Oh, yeah. I remember that happened when we got the floors in. We got new floors. We took up the carpet ourselves and we got new floors late at Christmas. It was Feb because it was after the show. And there was nothing in the house. Like, there was no telly in the house. There was nothing at all in the house. So I was literally just sitting in the kind of dining room area on my laptop uploading podcasts. Like, I think I did a story about what I thought was a blossom tree, but now I think it's a hawthorn tree, which is a fairy tree. It needs to be gotten rid of.
No, you can't. Sorry.
It's bang smack in the middle of the garden and it's
overtaken. Nope, absolutely not. Get like a folklore expert in.
I know.
Get rid of that. I'm not taking the fucking bad luck with you. No thanks.
I'm going to get I think a tree surgeon out to just identify the tree first.
You can do it on the apps. Ray has a fantastic app. He uses it all the time because he doesn't shut the fuck up about flowers. So we'll be walking, I have to see what that is, honey. Let me have a look. And he'll do that consistently. He'll do it to the pots outside.
But the thing is, it looks a lot like other trees though. Because
no, those apps are really good.
Are they?
They know. They be knowing, Jen. They be knowing.
Because when I put that story up, I was delighted because I thought it was a cherry blossom because it flowered. But that was in February, so cherry blossoms don't flower till April. May. For your information, right?
Why was people telling you it was cherry blossom?
No, because I was like, oh my god, I can't fucking believe it. I have a cherry blossom because it was after flowering, right? Mm-hmm. And it looked very like a blossom, you know. And then people were like, oh no, I'm really sorry. I don't think that is. I have this tree or whatever. But then there was the majority of people had said it was a hawthorn tree.
Okay, well, please, for the love of God, you don't need any more bad luck.
No, but it's bang smack, and I think
I don't care,
the
Jen.
roots are like affecting the boundary walls and the foundations. Like, it's there 300 years. Like,
I don't care. Don't fuck with fairies.
I'd love to keep the back of the garden like a little fairy, little fucking fort. I'd love it, but it's genuinely going to fucking start cracking the house in half soon enough, I'd say.
I don't think you can do anything about that. Genuinely. I would get legal counsel before you make a decision on that.
Get a few witches in.
I would do a lot.
Yeah. I know.
We've had this, and I've said it loads of times. We did a whole podcast about like things like this before and folklore. Yeah. And and the amount of times I was like, I just wouldn't fuck with fairies. It's just not something I do. And the amount of people, it doesn't matter if and they're like, I'm not into any of that shit at all. But one thing I will say is no.
Yeah, fairies are vicious. Yeah,
they change. There's something weird going on there. I don't care if you don't believe it. Fuck with something kind of fairy wise, and we'll see how you're getting on.
Yeah,
we'll see how that life pans out for you. So whatever. Somebody else said though. Look, now you're thinking about it. Good. Did I instill the fear of fairy into you?
It was already in me. I just need to double
check.
I'll need to investigate further.
Okay. When we were getting our bathroom redone, the poor guy had literally no English. So now we've got a sink that's way too low and you break your back trying to wash your face, and a tap that's too big and high so the water spews out like a geyser all over the floor. No. I still made him plates of food the entire time that he was here.
Yeah. That's great. Thanks a million. Oh, you did a great job. That's marvellous. Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I go, you saw it happen and you chose to ignore. And they replied, I know, right? We literally rang them this morning because there was actually no water coming out of the tap in the bathroom now, and they're refusing to come look at it. Mind blown. So we've to source a plumber now. Feel free to send on the details of your very chatty friend from earlier. Oh, gas.
You probably wouldn't get much out of them now, to be fair, if you got them.
Someone else said, I once had a guy fixing my boiler and my fella made me sit in the kitchen on my laptop pretending to work to keep an eye on him. The bloke could clearly see I had nothing going on the screen.
You were on Paint.
YouTube videos.
Paint 3D.
Gary V blasting out over the stair. Hello. I'm just on a conference with Gary V.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
Imagine, ooh, just Jordan posted a new reel. Ooh, clicking in. Ooh.
Oh, this is marvellous.
Did you ever try? Sorry, I got so stung yesterday, right? I was trying to do, sorry, I was trying to have like, you know, like a sneaky fucking take my mind off this monitor.
Yeah.
But like, obviously my volume was on. Every time I opened the app, it was like, I was like, oh my God, where's my phone after doing that?
Do you know what I do when I go on my phone, if I'm in work, if we're having particularly quiet chat, or I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, having my little break at my desk or whatever, and I go onto, I have to be so careful to mute everything, all the videos, because like videos just autoplay now on the likes of Instagram and stuff.
That's what I mean. I kept getting caught.
I know. So I lower it down really quickly, and I'm like, oh my God, I fucking hate when people send you stuff on WhatsApp, and it's like that.
I'm going to use that. Thank you. I'm going to use that next time.
You're all welcome to use that.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, my personal phone doesn't work in work.
Okay.
Don't ask me why nobody's personal phones work. Like the 3G doesn't work. Anything. It's really fucking weird. Yeah, it's really weird. But where I sit now, so I change where I sit.
Yeah.
They're closer to the door.
Right.
So I can sometimes get something going on.
Yeah.
So like now I just don't check my phone in work because nobody can get in touch with me. So like when I walk out of work, I'll have like WhatsApps and everything else to get back to it, you know. But like I was, so that's what I mean. So it was the same fucking video that kept going.
Oh, it's repeat. Yeah, okay.
It's like, for fuck's sake.
That's so annoying.
I was like, please.
What's the story? 3G used to be the fucking thing. It used to work, and now
It doesn't.
3G does not work.
Doesn't work
Anymore at all.
Doesn't work, gang. Yeah.
It doesn't. Just doesn't work. It's like when 4G came out, it was just like, nah.
Yeah.
We'll take all the ability away from 3G now. What's the fucking point in it?
I know. I'm like, you're not Apple. You can't just keep breaking things when you get something better in.
What the fuck?
Can't wait for 5G.
5G is already here. Apparently.
It's not 5G. 5G isn't here.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, guys. The work phone is going off like the clappers, even though it's 6:30. Oh, okay.
5G is definitely a thing. Adam has it, and Kanye West has it. Because
it's coming.
He's been posting.
Is that not the thing that everybody said that was causing COVID or not causing it?
Oh, that's what we're trying to hide. No, 5G is just the next fucking cellular
What was the 5G
signal.
conspiracy theory?
Oh, because it was something got to do with like when they
can't remember now.
New
masts or something.
Masts,
like,
yeah, and they were like, oh, it's 5G.
Making people conform.
It's 5G. It's like, no, it's not. It's just like you use fucking 3G, 4G every single day when you don't have Wi-Fi. 5G is just the next step up. It's a bit quicker. It's like the way fibre broadband is coming out and replacing. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I never got why that was such a big deal. Now, obviously, far right people will be like, this is why, you know, fucking coming over to me with their little tinfoil caps on. But no, Kanye West is posting the fucking the screenshots to beat the band, and he's 5G all the time.
Oh, and it says 5G.
Yeah, it says 5G up the top.
Ken's like, well, fair fuck. So, like, if you're,
he's after getting the latest bill anyway. You know,
well, he can pay for that.
Upgrade, just, you know.
Not a billionaire, but certainly a millionaire still. We did a Patreon this week. We did an additional episode that went live just the other day with Adam O'Reilly from Mind Poppers. As always, when Adam comes on, it's a great episode. Yeah. It's a very funny episode. We get really into it with the Kanye thing. He has different opinions to us. We have different opinions. There's loads of opinions floating around there.
Yeah, he's just been allowed back on Twitter as well, so I'm sure he'll be in the most unpopular for the month of November as well.
Who, Kanye or Adam?
No, well, Kanye. he's
Imagine the most unpopular this year. This week is Adam.
It's literally fucking Twitter's just gone. It's mental. Have you been like?
I haven't. So I haven't had a fucking moment the past 2 days. So I haven't even. You know the way I'm always on Twitter. Yeah. I haven't been on Twitter. What's happening?
Oh, it's gone
mad. Has it? Did he fire people? What happened?
The amount of Dublin tweets that got fired today, just today.
What?
And it was like the warning that they got was, if you're getting laid off, you'll be getting an email.
No, that was Stripe.
Personal email. No, they copied. No, they did the same as Stripe.
No, shut the fuck up.
They did the same as Stripe, but it was less personal. Because in the Stripe one, at least, it was like, oh, this was mine and John's decision alone, and we know how hard it is, and we totally regret that this has to happen. Whereas it was like, with Twitter, it was like, this is what's going to happen. If you're getting laid off, you'll get an email to your own email and you'll lose all access. If you're getting kept on, you'll get an email to your Twitter email because you'll still have access. This has to happen for Twitter to move forward. Good day. Oh, it was so impersonal. Like, it was.
But like workers' rights now, they won't get away with that in Ireland.
I was like,
They just won't.
Where's the fucking unions and stuff? And then like there's loads of questions over the corporation tax and are the government going to support this? Are they going to keep their fucking head in the sand with the whole thing? And loads of verified people are changing their name to Elon Musk with the
tick.
They have the blue tick with the profile picture and tweeting like just obscene things. And some people aren't looking at the handle. So because of the whole free speech thing, it's like, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Here you go, Elon. There's like 7 verified accounts that have done it so far. Kathy Griffin is one. And she's done some damage in the past, like when it comes to the likes of Trump and stuff like that. So she's, you know.
She's out for blood.
She's out for blood.
I don't really understand. I have a top line view of what's going on with Elon Musk and him trying to buy Twitter and all that other kind of stuff. But it's one of those things again that I can't, you know, the way there's just some stories and you can't get into it.
You can't grasp them. Yeah.
You can't get into it.
I know. Well, and they're so complex as well. I'd say the amount of shit going on that nobody knows about as well is because like he's in like Elon Musk isn't just using the internet. Like, he's deep, dark fucking web shit, I'd say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the amount of stuff that's probably going on that we're like, oh, fucking, he's probably laughing at us going, these fucking dweebs.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like,
True. Very true. Very true. Someone else said, going back to...
Yeah, back to the
topic.
The task.
Once happened with a man fixing my dishwasher. Always quiet, so I popped out to check on him, and he was sat down with a cup of tea, chilling, while the dishwasher did a cycle. The cheeky fecker even commented that we only had oat milk. But that's a bit of gas.
And, like, he does have to probably sit there to make sure the thing doesn't leak. It's like just part of the job.
Sorry, I just saw another message and I just had to take a double take.
Right, go on.
Had a fella in to fix the UPC box in the lad's apartment. Found a bag of Coke in the box and asked could he be doing a line.
What? I'm not even joking. I think I fucking know who that is.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Do you actually?
Oh, like if I found out that person's name, I'd probably go, yeah. Do you know?
I have the person who wrote it in's name.
Oh no, well that doesn't that wouldn't correlate if it was a UPC fella coming. I've heard stories alright from like mates of mates. Probably fucking know who that is. The amount of people that go around like on coke all day in their normal day jobs.
I know.
Function.
Well, you can function, probably function better, but it's like just such an expensive habit.
I don't understand it. I'm hearing more and more like just general like DAS.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. And
I'm just like, excuse me, because like I'd be getting told this from people that I know. It's like, oh yeah, he's on the bleeding white all day. Like that's how he functions. You know, he gave up smokes, but he went on the white. That kind of thing.
How can they afford it?
What?
But like, what is the price of cocaine?
I mean, you hear like...
What's the price of cocaine nowadays? With inflation and everything, like, what's the price of cocaine?
Does inflation really hit the drug?
Yeah.
Does it?
Everything gets more expensive. It's not like a bag of Peruvian isn't the same now as it was 5 years ago. Do you know?
Do you hear like of an 80 bag or a 50 bag?
Are
they not called by their price? Like, are they not?
I don't know.
A 50 bag? Is that not a thing?
Or like a wonder bag? Was that
100 quid? Is that 100 quid? Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was a wonder bag.
We love to talk about things that we know about.
Anyway, I'm really glad I educated to you guys.
Our research is top notch as usual.
How to buy drug in Dublin. How to buy drug not off UPC man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How to score the drugs.
Yeah.
In this moment in time.
Would like some drugs, please.
Hi, could I have a drug? Please and thanks. How much a drug?
Cash.
Have cash, we'll pay.
Yeah.
Someone said it actually rots my soul. I make my boyfriend work from home if we need work done in the house. I go to the office, I can't cope with the awkwardness and the stress. Pure rot. I agree. As I've said, I would much prefer that Tob deals with all of the tradesmen and all of the bits and all of the bobs, because also he knows what the fuck is going on. I don't even know things are broken sometimes, and he's like, oh, that needs to be fixed, and I'm like, okay.
I feel like Because if stuff was to happen in the house now, to be fair, I have the type of relationship with Adam who is a tradesman. So all of the tradesmen that come to our house or up to our situation or whatever, he's called them in as a mate. Do you know what I mean? So we know them all. But I do feel like when it comes to men in general, like say when we were living in the rented house a couple of years ago, your man had a specified handyman that came in and he did the plumbing, he did the electrics, he did the fucking pipes, he did every single thing. Pat was his name. Sound bloke. One sugar, no milk, that kind of thing. Do you know, like you'd come in, Pat, there you are. The fucking problems with the house.
One sugar, no milk.
One sugar, no
milk. Is he insane?
In his tea. This is the type of person that he was around. He was real like, when, what's the story now? I don't know, sorry, I don't fucking know who installed this thing. Because it was always the same shit that broke over and over. He was just constantly fixing the same stuff. But him and Adam are best mates. And I feel like that kind of happens with blokes. Do you know? Because the bloke of the house will go up and be like, oh yeah, what's the story? Did you need a hand? Or, all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Like Adam has helped him clean out the fucking septic tank. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I just feel like
keeps them busy.
Men probably, I don't know, bond over that shit. Like whereas me and Pat, I'd be like, all right, Pat, I'm gonna go and watch the Kardashians. Let us know when you're, do you want a cup of tea? Yeah. One sugar, no milk. Right, grand. Here you go. Let us know if you need that, and then I'd just walk off. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
Whereas him and Adam would be having full blown conversations about the Champions League and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
A bit of that.
Yeah, there's certainly that.
Yeah.
There's certainly that.
So yeah, leave it with the blokes.
Leave it with the lads. Do you know?
Not that we're not capable, ladies.
No, we're absolutely capable. Sorry, Laura DeBarra, why?
Oh yeah, stop it.
Yep. Hello. And I find your stuff so interesting. I could just never be into it. When there's things and you're like, couldn't be me. So appreciative.
Just in this last month, learned how to put on a wash cycle properly because of her.
I know. I was doing it wrong.
So was I. The little one and the two and all that.
Hadn't a clue.
Also, in the washing machines, you see the way that, right, here's, if you didn't know now, follow Laura DeBarra as well. I'll link her in the description. But she was talking about the little lines on your drawer, and there's a 1, and then there's a 2, and then there's in the middle is your... Why is it in that position? Why is the 1 look like it's last, and the 2 looks like it's first, and then the thing is in the middle? Do you know what I mean? They could reconfigure that to make it make sense.
They could make, yeah, I agree.
Do you know?
Pick it up with Laura. Ask Laura. She'll probably get it redesigned.
Number 1 is for your vanish, it's for your pre-wash. Yeah. Number 2 is for your actual detergent if you're not using pods. And then the middle is usually for your fabric softener, which they say you're not supposed to use.
You're not supposed to use, no. Someone else said, I'd like to possibly go one better and say the window cleaner guy in our apartment block up a ladder washing the windows, and I'm sitting inside working from home in my pyjamas because I forgot that he was coming. He's trying not to look in at me and I'm trying not to look out at him.
Love it.
I was like, oh, that must be...
I've heard of window cleaners just showing up uninvited.
That used to happen all the time in my dad's.
Like you told them, no, not this month, not this week, thanks.
Yeah, okay, and they just there, and you're like, okay, guess I'm paying for this. Okay.
And then sometimes it's like, oh no, sorry, I can't, not this week. I don't actually have any cash. I'll be grand. I'll be back next week. I'll take it off you then.
Yeah, and you're like, oh great, I'm paying for it next week then. It's actually a really good business model.
And you know what? There was a room to improve before.
Yeah.
And it was a window clean, and he was the owner of a window clean, and I remember tweeting about it. And his budget, he was just buying a gaff that was like 450 grand. And his budget to do it up was like 480 or something. What? That's what I was like. That's the money in the fucking window cleaning business. The chap was loaded.
Loaded from being like, don't worry, you can pay me next week. Fuck's sake.
Cash in hand, all that sort of crack,
I tell you now, girly pop, tell you. But yeah, so that was my awkward encounter with tradesmen. That was your awkward encounters with tradesmen or tradespeoples. So yeah, I just thought that would be... Well, I actually didn't think anything, but then everybody had a story to tell.
Yeah.
And what are we, if not discussers of stories to tell?
Yeah, come here, look, they're not coming to throw an summer's party in your gaff, are they? They're coming to get the job done.
No, you did that though.
I did do that. You should talk about that one day.
Can we?
We'll see.
You've always been, we'll see. No, don't breadcrumb me, can we?
Yeah.
I'd love I want to dig into your past, Jen. I'm out here embarrassing myself every week. I'd like to know more about you.
Okay, we will. We'll talk about it soon. Definitely. 40 years out, we'll talk about it. It's November, so.
I've only 8 weeks.
Let me just get the ball, right?
Get the ball rolling.
It's your unpopular opinion, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, can I play the jingle?
You can.
Oh.
I was going to say, is it the right one, Jen? No, it's not.
It's not. Okay, here we go. The cringy one.
I'll do this one because we're a week over Halloween. Mm-hmm. But I do think it needs to be said.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need a citation, an appendix, a glossary for your fucking Halloween costume. It's not a Halloween costume then. You're just dressing up like a random pop culture reference. You can do that any day of the week.
Oh, yeah. I remember you retweeting something about this.
Yeah.
I
posted on my story as well. But
yeah, that's right.
I think that one was, I'll try and remember what that was.
It's like people dressing up as in
it was like, yeah, it's like, how am I supposed to know that you're Katy Perry at the Slime Awards or some shit like that from 2009?
With Russell Brand.
Yeah, with Russell Brand. So that was funny. But then I was like, some of the stuff that I've seen, I'm like genuinely, like, this is Van Gogh when he went through his first, emotional breakdown. I'm like, the fuck? Like, it's Halloween. Just dress up as a ghost and be done with it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Some of the stuff that I saw, so obscure. Like, there was some very funny things, but then just like the funniest Halloween costume I saw wasn't even a Halloween costume. It was a TikTok, and it was off that line, sometimes I feel everybody is a sexy baby and I'm the monster on the hill. And it's like this guy dressed up as a baby with like high-heeled boots on, and then just someone in the background on the hill dressed up as a monster. And that was funny. But again, it's not
a concept more than a costume.
It's a concept. It's not a costume.
Yeah.
You could do that any time of the year.
That's true.
Yeah. And I'm not one of those people who I'm like, Halloween has to be a scary costume, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not one of those, I'm Samhain, but I'm not one of those.
Yeah.
But there is some things that I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is you're taking this too seriously.
Yeah. I know, I do get it, because people try to get smarter and smarter every year, and it's just like exhausting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is exhausting.
Yeah. And then as well, it's not even that. It's like sometimes when you're you have to ask somebody. It's like a simpler way of what you said. When you have to explain it so much that it's just like, all right, it's so underwhelming.
Yeah, like when if you're explaining, you're losing. You lost it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I want
you've lost
pop
me.
in your face. That's gas.
I want to see it and be like, what a fucking gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to howl. I don't want.
I know, yeah. I don't want to study. Yeah.
I'm just
history
here.
lesson.
Like, I'm just here for like a bit of booze.
I'm here
and snacks.
for a good time.
Yeah, not a long time.
Not a long time. Yeah.
I have a stomper.
Oh, you have a stomper. Go on.
Carla's stomper of the week.
Let me hire this up.
I actually have it loaded because I was listening to it loads. So we did a Patreon episode, as we mentioned, with Adam O'Reilly. And I was talking about A Knight's Tale. I talked a good bit about A Knight's Tale. You've not seen it. Adam hadn't seen it because the two of you are fucking weird. And I was like, it's a horny film.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, it's a horny film. Casting's immaculate. Everything about it is fucking great.
You've told me about some amazing things that I still haven't watched, like Chicago.
I love Chicago. It's a great film.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great film.
So A Knight's Tale as well. Okay.
Yeah, so but A Knight's Tale you could watch 100 million times and you'll never get bored of it.
Nice.
It's one of those kind of films.
Right, okay.
And there's a dance scene in it, and they're dancing to David Bowie's. Yeah, but it's not like Step Up, okay? It's not like Moose isn't doing like a fucking few backflips and a few whatever.
Is it not like medieval times
to bounce? Though? Yeah. Okay. This is it, but it's so perfect.
So it's a modernised kind of thing with a bit of humour in it, is it?
Yeah, but kind of, it's so good. But like, I just forgot how good Golden Years is. Okay. As a song, like David Bowie, like he's got a great catalogue, but Golden Years is just a banger of a tune in particular. Like it's a bit like it's of a taste.
back of a drink or 20-foot long. Don't cry, my son, don't
It's required taste.
Doing all right, you've got to get smart. Wish upon day upon day. I believe, oh Lord, I believe all the way.
His tunes are funky
His tunes are funky, but like
and weird.
weird.
They've weird hooks in them. I'm not going to judge. It's David Bowie. I'm never going to judge that. Like,
It's a groovy tune.
it's a groovy tune. I have in my Feeling Blame Rapper playlist Dance Magic Dance. I added it. When
Yes,
we
you
talked about it
did.
the last time, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
What a
god.
fucking tune. It's an absolute banger.
But this is the thing. It is a banger.
Are you
Is
looking
this
for it
it?
now?
Yeah. Because it's a start.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to be singing it all fucking evening.
Oh, it's unreal. And it's so different from the YouTube video because the YouTube video has the goblins in it and it's like, slap that baby, set it free. It's when it kicks in, it's like, it's a tune. It makes me want to watch Labyrinth.
That's what hearing Golden Years, I have to watch a night still.
It's such a tune. It's such a good song. It's when it kick it into the chorus there. It's the Dance Magic Dance part that I'm just like, yeah! Dance. No, you skipped it.
How am I going to face this? I'm sorry, listeners. I'm insulting.
That's it. Oh, it's such a good fucking song. I just love it. It just makes my ears happy.
Yeah, but that's how I feel. I do feel that about like Golden Years. I feel like I didn't give it like the thing that it needs. It's the chorus that's like a banger.
Okay.
And I do feel like if you've seen A Night's Tale, if you know the dance scene, because they're just kind of like floating around doing their thing, and then they just kind of like they just get into it.
Yeah, you put a little bit of a screen grab up on the stories today. And
I
was
did.
Like, ooh, that looks like Heath Ledger. He's kind of hot in that.
So fucking hot. And it's Shannon Sossaman as well, which I always like her name. It was Shannon Sossaman.
Shannon Sossaman.
She's
I know that
just
name. I
so
just can't
beautiful.
picture her
Yeah.
face.
Really good looking. Just imagine a really good looking person. That's
I'm
her.
going to watch that. Okay, cool. Thanks a million for listening. We're on Patreon as well for €60. You get 5 extra episodes a month. And they've changed their billing system as well. So you join, you get billed a month later, and there's nothing else to it. All the links for that shit will be in the description below. And we really appreciate you listening.
Yeah, so we're about to go and record our
Patreon now.
dream lineup for a reality TV show
In the midst of I'm a Celeb coming back.
in the midst of where we're at.
Yeah.
We got all your suggestions. I got a couple of friends to give me their suggestions as well, and what kind of format. So we're about to go and discuss that over on our Patreon.
Dream scenarios.
Dream scenarios.
All right. Right, go on.
All right.
Oh, well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday if that's the day that you're listening to on. Do you know?
And if not, whenever you're listening to it, very good.
Have a great day, right?
Have a great day.
Have a lovely sleep tonight. Come on, we talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.